There has been a big push to tie company performance to CEO pay, and a new study out today takes a look at whether it's working. Mary Thompson joins us now with more on the findings. So, Mary, is it working?
Well, you know, it's interesting. This was a survey done for the Wall Street Journal by the pay researcher Equilar, and what it looked at is performance-based grants that were made from 2008 to 2010, and it found that in 2/3 of the grants, the CEO actually met or exceeded expectations. So it looks like boards are getting pay aligned with performance. However, you don't have any benchmark to compare it to. You don't know how a company performed and pay performed in past years using other types of pay.
And this was a good year to perform well. The economy was proving, the stock market was booming, easy for CEOs to meet their targets, right?
Well, you know, that's part of the issue with performance-based pay is because a lot of that is driven by the economy. So some people say you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt when you see them meet or exceed these expectations, as so many of them did.
Is pay coming down?
Not really. I mean, pay it dipped.
We're not saying that here.
But pay is still pretty significant, and that's, you know, it's still a concern out there.
So is this a case where the guys who and women who do not exceed the goals make less, but they're still making a lot? It's not like they're really
They're really hurting. You know, there's a new term out there called realizable pay, and what it takes into account is if you receive options or performance grants, performance-based stock, they may be valued at different levels during different times depending on the stock-based performance, the stock's performance. So let's take a look at Larry Ellison. If you added up all the compensation he's been given, let's say over the last couple of years, his compensation would be double what the realized or current market value of that compensation is, in large part because Oracle's stock hasn't performed as well as many had expected. So his options are underwater, and he hasn't met some other performance targets.
Very interesting study, Mary. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Mary Thompson reporting.